Hey guys, this is Sandra with Willow57. Thank you for joining me. Today is Wednesday, so it's Wednesday with Willow. And I'm currently working in this journal. Kind of a St. Patrick's Day kind of theme to it, but not super. I didn't like go over the board with St. Patrick's Day. It's just kind of a feel of with the greens and the different ways that I've decorated things. I've put a few 4-leaf clovers in there, but I didn't want it to be like overly St. Patrick's Day, just kind of a touch of it. So this is where I'm at. This is what I'm working on today. Thought since it's Wednesday with Willow that you would just join with me and see where this takes me. This is where I'm at as far as the putting in pockets and ephemera. Pretty close to, actually, this is the halfway point. So I'm halfway done with it. A little over because I've already put that in there. But about halfway done with it. So I thought I would just jump on here and let you come along, watch my process of how I do, journal decorating and page decorating and whatnot. These are some of the papers that I've been using, the greens and stuff, and then, different stuff that I got. So let's get busy then. All right, so what I'm thinking is making this into a pocket, but I don't like these pages, so I'm going to cover them up with some of this paper and then make a pocket out of it. Sorry that if I'm sniffly today. I've had some allergy, I guess it's allergy thing going on. I took some Benadryl last night when I went to bed, and I don't know about you guys, but Benadryl like stays in my system for days. So I'm like really sluggish feeling, and now the Benadryl's starting to wear off, and so it's like sluggish. I still feel sluggish, but it doesn't take care of the nasally stuff as much anymore. So that's kind of where I am, which is always a fun place to be. Sorry about that. All right, so what I'm thinking of, I like this green map. I like the colors in this. So I think I'll use this to cover this up. I need to get me some measurements, see how big it is. So we're talking about 6 inches by 4.5. So 6 by 4. 4 by 6. Whatever. You know. I hope this finds you all well this week. I hope you guys are blessed. And let's see. How do I want to do this? Yes. Hope your paper trimmer's working better than mine is. That's a blessing. I really need to get a new one, or figure out how to sharpen this blade, or it would really help it. I have this little tool right here that kind of cleans out that it gets, little paper bits get stuck in there. So I just take this and go through it and then get it out of there. That helps. I'm going to be in the market for a new paper cutter very soon. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm open to anything. The guillotine kind of style. I don't know how I measured that so wrong, but I did. Maybe it was this page. No, it's the same. Well, you know what? It works. I'm not going to be that picky. In fact, I could just cut that down. I blame it on the Benadryl. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put this down for glue matting and messiness. But anyway, yeah, the guillotine style paper cutter, if you know of a good one of those, the only thing is they take up so much space, right? I know they work and they're easier to sharpen, but they take up so much space. That's my major downfall, because I like my paper cutter trimmer to be close, and easily accessed, because you use it so much. So I guess I need to decide. Do I want the guillotine style, or do I want another slider like the one I've got? I don't know. Somebody tell me. But hopefully in the next month or so, I will be in the business of looking for one of those. I'm going to be doing a major restock in my craft area, my craft room, and getting some new things in here. And so yeah, if you have a suggestion on a good paper trimmer or a paper cutter, I would love to hear what your suggestions are. Again, I'm not looking for anything too major bulky. That's my main concern. And I want something that works. The one I have, it works okay, as long as I keep it cleaned out. I guess that's just, par for course. Ugh. That tried to go down before I was ready, and that's not okay, Something like that. Yes? Just kind of push that all down. All right, so do I want to cut? You know what I think I'm going to do? Just because. I'm just going to fold this over. And make this a little side pocket like that. I was going to make it a top one, but I think I'm going to make it a side one. And just put that on top of it. Kind of give it a little extra something, you know. So yeah, nothing too complicated what I'm working on today. Just going through the process of getting this journal done. I am loving it so far. I think it's really going to be a cute journal. I'm going to do some more work on the cover. And of course, I'm not done adding the decorations on the inside and ephemera. But it is green and grungy. So yeah, I think I like that. Some of the excess glue off of there. Let's put a little bit of, because that's too clean. That's just this little white right there. This is a grungy journal, so it needs to be messy. Can't be that pretty and pristine. It just doesn't work, you know? If you're making a grungy journal, it needs to be grungy. That's better, see? Okay, so glue lid on. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to do is close this up, and I'm just going to put glue on the top and the bottom here. Little dab will do ya. Kind of turn this into a side pocket. Hopefully it is big enough to fit one of my journaling cards into. And as you can see right here, there's some white right there that is peeking through, and white is not acceptable in this grungy journal. It's kind of curling up right here. What I generally do when it starts doing that is I take some of this very magic paper tape or medical tape. You find it in the medical areas of your stores. This stuff, I just love it. I really do. I use it all the time. It's so flexible, and you can write on it. It takes ink well, and it's strong. So it really protects. But then it kind of blends in too, so it doesn't like stick out at you, you know? It holds really, really well. So that's kind of why I like it, why I'm addicted to it. It's about the only thing I buy at the dollar store anymore. I hardly go in there anymore. So there's that. And I got my little pocket. See how cute that is? Should I put something on it? I don't know. Maybe I shall. So how I journal, make journals anyway, is I kind of gather stuff that would go, that I could use in the journal, and I put it into a basket. Not that this has to be the say-all of all, but I kind of just want a spot to put all the stuff that I could use in there, and then I just kind of throw it in this basket, right? And I also have one with just paper, scraps and whatnot that would match the journal that I'm currently working on. This, however, is one that it has some of the ephemera that I made for this journal, and I just keep it all in a basket. That way, whenever I'm in the middle of making the journal, it's easily accessed. So I'm going to put one of these, probably this one, inside of here. So it's got a little. That's a good idea. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and, this is a used tea bag. It's kind of what I've been using. I use a lot of these. A lot of people ask me how I get my grunge. Like, look at the cover. All of this is tea bags that have been Mod Podged on there. That's how I get all the texture. And some of it, if you look really closely, you can still see tea. That, you know, the tea bag didn't come completely clean. And that just, to me, adds to the grunge. So I'm going to do a little stamp of 4-leaf clover, because again, this is lightly leaning towards St. Patrick's Day journal. So that's what I'm going to do, like this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. So let's get some ink on that stamp, like so. Do I want to go this way or do I want to go this way? Probably this way. And then I just stamp it directly onto the tea bag. See, it's just a light little imprint there. Put all this stuff up because it's already starting to crowd me. I know, I didn't clean that stamp. Shame, shame. You know my name. So I put that back, and then I'm going to actually turn this over, maybe. No, it didn't stamp dark enough, I don't think, to turn it over, so I'm going to do it this way. All right, so then what I do is I take Mod Podge. Sorry for shaking the table. I take me some Mod Podge. And get your paper towel ready because, you know, this thing's been sticking. All right. Clean me off a paintbrush. And I just throw some Mod Podge on there. All kinds of happiness. Just throw it on there. And then you take your used, and I don't want it very flat because it helps with the texture. So I just kind of stick it on there all willy-nilly, and then I come back over it with, yes, more Mod Podge. Which, by the way, this is, again, I make my own Mod Podge. I just use Elmer's glue and water. And kind of get it to the consistency that I like my Mod Podge, and there you go. I'm going to kind of scruff that up a little bit more right there. A little bit too much straight lines that I don't like. See? Pull it up and then press it down. Because this should not be, it's grungy, right? And then you kind of spread that all over. All right, so there's that. I'm going to pause the video while I heat gun dry this, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so there's that. Next thing that I'm going to do is I don't think this looks grungy enough for me, so I'm going to get some black ink and my brush and help that grunge up. Even on the white again. Okay, and then I'm going to, I think I'm going to add a word or a phrase or something to this. I have this tin, take action. That's a good one, especially because it's on a map. Take action, go somewhere, do something. So I will ink up the edges of this. This was just chipboard, scraps of chipboard that I had, strips of that I just, you know, stamped words on, phrases, whatever I wanted, and cut down and put into a tin to keep for later. And then I'm going to take some of my cheesecloth, cut me a little piece of this off. Like that. And this is probably way bigger than I actually need, so. Do I like that? A little more off. And then I'm just going to add a little, you know what, I think I'm going to do it lower. Like that. And I kind of like that, again, grungy look to that, so I'm not going to glue that down straight. I mean, like, super flat. That's the word. And then I'm going to add this. Take action. I think I'm going to add something up here. How about a butterfly? Yep, I like it. Not complicated. Make a decision. That's my motto. See? So now we have made a pocket. This goes inside. And then what I can do on this side is take a little bit of gesso and just kind of lightly put over this, which we will do right now. That way it can be used as a writing space. Nothing wasted in a Willow57 journal, right? Well, very little wasted, right? I don't know if you can hear my cat. He's outside my window. He's now on my window. He knows where I'm at in the house. When he wants in, he will come find whatever room I'm in and climb into the window and meow at me until he gets what he wants because he's rotten. He's actually my daughter's cat. But she got him when she still lived here, and all her traveling around knew that he would not travel well, so Gigi got the cat. All right, so I'm going to pause this while I try this for a second. Okay, so I'm back. So I dried the gesso on there, and as you can see, you can still see through it, and it's still pretty, but now you can take a pen and actually write over this. I am going to take some of my green ink, though, and kind of green this up to match the rest of the journal. Nothing too major, just a little hint of green. Bring that green back to the forefront. That was in the map anyway. Like that. But now it's muted and you can write on it. See? It still looks good. All right, I did think that one of the things I've been doing through this journal is kind of just adding some marks here and there. Like that. Just kind of give it a little bit of interest. Okay? All right, so that's that. Made a pocket. What else do we want to do? I'm going to close this up before it spills all over my desk and catastrophe. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so here's where we're at. What do I want to add next? I'll leave that as it is. I think I'm going to do something on this page. Okay, so I'm going to add this clip to hold this open. And maybe do, I don't know, that's awfully white. Even though it's grungy. Excuse me. How about this one? Yeah, that fits better. Matches better. Yeah. Do the flip out here. The only thing is when I do the flip outs like this, I don't like that the opening is on this side. So I'm going to cover this envelope with something so that I can cut this or this off and make the opening somewhere else. But you still use this flap to hold it onto. Make sense? It does in my mind. So I guess that's what really counts, right? So first thing I'm going to do is find something to cover that up with. I think I will use one of these pattern papers again. Maybe something I used earlier as a repeat. Kind of like this. It kind of looks Irish, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't know. What does Irish look like? Celtic. It looks Celtic. Celtic? Celtic. Okay, you know. All right, so how I do this is simple. I want this to remain a usable pocket, obviously, so I don't want to glue all of that. So I take my glue and I glue along the edges all the way around. Then I glue all this top part. Good. Like a so, like a so. So if you live in the States, you know that winter is once again upon us. We enjoyed a few days of beautiful, well, at least my part of the United States. We had a few days of warm, you know, got you in the spring vibe. And then winter, like it does, comes back and goes, nope, you're mine. So we've been in basically freezing temperatures again for the last few days. And I fell for its charm, spring's charms, and believed it. And I started getting ready and planned for a yard sale. It's supposed to be this weekend. And the highs are going to be in the 40s. I'm like, no. No, I won't. No, I won't. No. Life is too short, you know what I mean? It's just too short. I'm not going to sit outside in the freezing cold and sell stuff. So back up and punt. That's my motto. So yard sale has been postponed until spring. Probably the next weekend. All right, so, here's what I have. I can cut the top like I said. It's just kind of boring in there, right? It needs something. If I did it like this, that needs something on it. Because it's kind of ugly. Well, not ugly. I like that paper, but it's just kind of boring. There's no use to it. So I think what I'm going to do is take a smaller piece of tea-dyed paper and make this a writing spot, right? Or I could make a little pocket and shove something. That's a good idea. I think I'll do that, actually. That's a better idea. More creative. All right, so let me trim off the top of this envelope so where it is now a top-loading pocket. See what I mean? Oh, and I just cleaned it out. Could have something to do with the fact that my glue wasn't completely dry. Could be completely my fault. But still, come on, you know, be there for me. All right, so now I've got a top-loaded pocket. That does not hurt my feelings at all. This is a grungy journal. So let's find something else to... Ooh, will that fit? No, not even close. What about sideways? No, not even close. Could do that. Kind of a coin pocket there. That's kind of cute. I like it, right? Right? Why not, friends? Why not? Let's do this. I'm thinking let's stamp a mushroom on it. I don't know why, because I like them. Or I could put a sticker on it. But I think I'm going to want to... Oh, I could do, you know, that. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. So it's the same principle, same thing that I did last time. What am I looking for? I don't know. You guys aren't telling me what to do. What I'm doing. I'm going to put a stamp. That's what I'm doing. You know, I don't know why I'm doing it that way this today. I get more ink on it when I do it this way, I think. I don't know. I've not scientifically proven that as a fact. I'm going to put the little mushroom right there. And he shall be beautiful. See? Told you. Stamps away. Put my block where it goes. And then you get the Mod Podge. Hold on. I want to show you something real fast. I'm going to really grunge this up. Kind of show you in a short version of how I do my super grunge, okay? On this little coin envelope. It's super thin, so I don't want to get it too wet or it's going to tear, but a little bit won't hurt it. This is watercolors. Bought from Walmart, nothing fancy. And I just start putting color on it, you know? Here, there, or wherever. As much or little as I want. Because this is my coin thing. And see, like that. And then the magic happens when, hold on, we put a little bit of black on there because it's looking a little something, you know? Something else, like that. I like to kind of frame things with the darker color. It looks a mad mess, right? Oh, it's going to get worse. And then I take my, yeah, don't get it too wet, it's thin. Then I give it a second, let the color kind of soak in for a minute. And in fact, normally what I would do right here, since I don't like to waste paint whenever, you know, it's reusable, I would take some book pages and kind of do this to soak up that excess, right? Now look at that cool colors coming on there. Isn't that great? See? Isn't that beautiful? And then I'll just set that to the side to dry. Then I will take my napkin, kind of soak up some excess off of that. And then I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to dry this, and I shall be right back. All right, so I'm back. That's what that looks like. And in reality, I probably, because I took too much of the ink off for my liking, but it's going to be okay. I probably would have done that all over again until I got the results that I really wanted, right? A little bit darker grunge, but it's going to be okay. I'm just going to move that over for now. Okay, so then I'm going to take my black and really grunge up the edges. Like that. And in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and add some more black into this. Oop, tore it. Good thing it's grunge. Okay, so then that's done. Now I'm going to, like we did before, take the Mod Podge and just throw me some of that on there. And then I'm going to throw this on there. Hard to tell where center is whenever you can't see. And I'm going to, now this one I'm not going to worry so much about, you know, the grungy. I'm going to kind of leave this one flat. Just because I can. Right? Okay, so I'm going to pause again while I dry this. I will be right back. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to take, let's do some of this brown. It's rich cocoa. And just kind of add some more grunge to this. All right. That's good. That's good. I like it. All right. So it is very brittle. I think I'm going to add a little bit of that tape up here around the top. I just think that's a good idea, honey. Like that. My stomach's starting to growl again. I always do these videos around lunchtime. And my belly's like, feed me. Just to kind of reinforce this, because it is not very sturdy, and I'm afraid the first time I go to put something in this pocket, it's going to rip apart, and nobody wants that. Especially whoever buys this thing, right? I'm going to go ahead and do the back too. Might as well do it right while you're doing it, right? Now, the front, this with the tea bag on top really helps secure that. And this back side will be glued down, so that's going to help secure that more. But as you can see, it's already starting to rip right there. So I'm just going to add this as a reinforcement to the top. Usually when I make these little envelopes, I use 2 pages, but for some reason when I made this one, I only used 1. It may have been when I was just learning and practicing how to do it with that book page. That makes sense. That is something that I would have done. But who knows? Maybe I was just having a moment, you know? Who needs 2? Just do 1. It's fine. It's not fine. All right, so, you know, it's wonky. It's a mess. But this is a junk journal for 1 and a grungy junk journal for 2. So I'm going to glue all of this down. Leave that open. Put something in. So here we go. Do you like that play-by-play? Alright, I'm going to use my finger tool, as Pam from Paper Outpost would be so proud of me for using. Just smush the glue around, make sure it's all good and covered. And then I'm going to just glue it smack dab right there. That's where I like it. Get that excess glue off of me. Alright, so that is so much cuter, right? Now I've got to make something, find something to go in there. And we need to decorate the front. Not hard, not complicated. We got this. In fact, I've got this really amazing book page that I had already, and it matches some of the stuff we've already done. So guess what? That's what I'm going to put on the cover. Now, gosh, I hope you guys don't hear my stomach. That's embarrassing. Oh, we could use this piece that we just made together. I kind of like it. The jungle. It's not completely dry yet, though. Sorry. You win. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tear it down. Where's my other ruler? It's right there. Okay. Just get rid of everything that's excessive for now. Like that. Then I'm going to, let's see, where do I want to extend? Okay. Already lost it. There it is, way up there. Okay. Well, don't get rid of that. That pretty? That's pretty. I like it. I'm going to glue stick this on there. Glue sticky. Glue glue. For those of you who follow my channel and know. So my granddaughter so lovingly called it when she lived with me as a baby. Glue glue. She said glue glue before she said Gigi. That's how much time she spent in the studio with me. Yeah, the glue glue works all right. All right. With that, make sure this is the upside. You know, I think I'm going to do this simply, and I'm just going to add a sticker or something to the front. I like it. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to stencil it with the black. Kind of give it a more detailed background, right? Kind of cover up some of the words, but let the color still shine through. I don't know what the words say. I didn't read it, but it's a very old vintage book. I highly doubt they allowed cuss words back then. But if ever you get one of my journals, there are words. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Because I don't read them all. I kind of glance over it, you know. Kind of do a glance and make sure nothing sticks out at me as far as words go. And then that in the middle, grunge that up, and voila. Not hard, nothing too complicated, but pretty. Right? And I think I'm going to use the green ink. Blend that into the background a little bit. Yeah, I don't know that that turned out green, but okay. So then we'll have that. We need to make something for this. I say. How about a... Do I have anything already made? Let's see. In the basket. Will those fit? No. So we'll go on the top, though. I don't think I have anything else in there. Hold on just a second. Let me look over here. I need something. Another one of my baskets of loveliness. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's a possibility. That's green. And I have all of those that I've made. Those cards, little envelopes. Nothing exactly what I'm looking for. I need something green and Irishy. Ooh. That would actually fit. That's a possibility. Oh, that's cute. See, you cannot possibly remember everything that you have in your stash, right? So it's just a good idea that when you're in the middle of making something to kind of have a look through and see what you got. It's like going shopping in your own room, right? That's what I'm going to call it, shopping. I'm shopping for something that I can put into this that is green, and look at all that green. That's cute. I have done a lot of green journals in my day. Lots. Coffee is a no. Butterflies, too big. Okay, that's what we got. That's what we're going to use. And I'm not hurt about it, you know. Any of these are going to be fine. I'm going to put this one back here. I probably need to put a tag on that at some point. I kind of do that at the end. I'll go back through once all of my ephemera's in place and I figure out where I want it all. Then I will go back in and put tabs on everything. That's kind of my final discourse. What do we think about that? Do we hate that? I don't hate it, right? I mean, it's lots of green. Or we could just do this guy. He's kind of little, though, just for nothing. That kind of peeks out. That's kind of cute. Or I could cut that down. If it was a 4-leaf clover, I certainly would. But I'm not stuck. It's kind of cute. I think that. Even better. It's both sides. Like that. Yeah, see? Decision made. Okay. Move that back out of the way. All right, let's see what this bad boy has to offer us. Now, I could, if I wanted to, trim this down because it doesn't need all of that on there. But, you know, I like Frankenstein pages anyway. And that's still writable. And then I'll put a tag. Maybe I need to do a, get it in that. Let's try that. I think that would help. This thing hasn't been working that great either, so we'll see if this even works. Yay! It did! It worked! Yippee! Put it all the way. Alright, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I need to ink this up, that's what I'm thinking. And I'm going to use the black. Of course. Make it more grungy. Way too neat, right? Can you be a part of Willow57 Journal and be that cute? Be that clean? Anyway, I don't think so. I think you got to have some dirt on you. You've got to have lived a life, you know? I want journals that look like there's a mystery to them. Where have you been? Why are you so grungy? Turn it around, actually. Like so. All right, Belly, I hear you. And then that. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. It makes me happy. Okay, so we're going to glue him down. All the way to the tip, because next page will be a Frankenstein page, and it'll be fine. Just fine. Like that southern accent? Fine. And smoosh it. All right, here goes. How about right there? Oh, it's so cute. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Right? Okay, I need some tape right there to help secure that a little bit. My paper tape. Let's keep things in place and from falling apart. And then we grunge it up to match. Wow. All right, guys. Well, I think that's where I'm going to end today's video because that's what I'm working on today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me show you what we did today. We glued pages together. Just kidding. All right, so we made this pocket. Put that in there. We decorated the front. Made this cute little decoration. We gessoed the back so that that can be a writing space. And then we took an envelope and we put this on there. Made it a top-loading pocket. And then we put this in there, fixed it all up, and we decorated the front. And the sticker's already coming off. You stop that. All right. And then, like I said, just take a little, and I will probably change out these for the vintage rusty paper clips at the end as well. But for now, it just shows that I need a paper clip there, right? So that's what I'm doing today, guys. Thank you so much for coming along and being with me on Wednesday with Willow. I hope you guys are all doing great. I will have this journal in my Etsy as soon as possible. I was going to try to get it done by St. Patrick's Day, but seeing as how that's only 2 days away, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But, you know, like I said, it's not super St. Patrick's Day themed anyway. It's more green botanical. So it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to stress myself out over it. I've got a lot going on behind the scenes that, like I said, at yard sale, I'm trying to get ready for family shifts that are happening that I talked about in the last video. So don't really have time for, you know, stressing over due dates. I will be adding a closure to this because this thing is already a gator mouth, as you can see, quite a big one. But all that we'll press down some more by the time it's done. And then when I get my closure in there, it'll help squeeze it together, which is good. This is a good journal. It's solid. I like it. All right. So anyway, be watching for this on my Etsy. If I don't get it done before next Wednesday, then this is where we'll be working on the next Wednesday with Willow. If not, then who knows where we'll be or what we'll be doing. The sky is the limit, right? Anyway, thank you again. God bless you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.